Hey everyone, Oath Alliance here with my OathCast NewsCast, me talking about news. Very first episode here. Straight on to the news, however, Ferguson. It's been a place of violence for a while now, and more violence has erupted this time, mainly against police. Apparently, two police officers have been shot at this time, no fatalities, and one was actually injured from glass uh, from a drive-by shooting. Now, I'm not going to go into the entirety of this giant thing, which was stemmed from a teenager being shot by a police officer and then turned into protests. But I'm just going to stop for a moment and just talk about the things that some people are saying on things like Twitter. As you can see, that lovely tweet there was sent out to someone. The first person was just saying prayers to the officer who was shot and her family. Too much violence in our city. A more just society is a more peaceful one. And then HEAL STL, which I assume stands for St. Louis. However, Comrade Conrad there is just saying, go F yourself. Apparently, that's kind of a sentiment that people are passing around, which is what I really want to address. People are upset, and I'm not going to say, you know, oh, people have a right to be upset. Just like people have a right to be angry or sad or happy or anything else. People can be upset when they think wrong has been done. And I'm not going to take sides. It's in the entire Brown shooting case because, you know, no one's been found guilty yet. So until that time, I reserve judgment until I hear all of the facts. However, what's going on now is apparently a counterattack against the police. Now, none of these police officers actually shot Brown, who a lot of this is, a lot of what's been going on in Ferguson and St. Louis has been connected to. Instead, these are just normal cops doing whatever. And you can argue whether or not cops are becoming more violent and more dangerous to citizens. And yes, there are quite a few problems with the police system as it is, and also with the way of militarization of the police force and everything. But that's a conversation for another day. But what's happening now is cops have been injured and apparently targeted because, as far as I know, the area that these are all happening in isn't full of a lot of these incidences. So apparently something has caused a spike, and I can only assume that has to do with the newly going on protests with regards to the death of Mike Brown. Now, with this, I just have to wonder what these people hope to accomplish. Revenge has often been shown, and rightly so, that is an empty and worthless thing. Justice is truly the only thing that ever helps people. Going and murdering someone or just, other people doesn't help. I mean, look at the French Revolution, for heaven's sakes. People got upset, and they decided to just kill anyone who wasn't part of their group. If you were suspected of working with the nobles, even if you worked for the nobles, you could have been a maid, and they would have killed you. Or if you didn't believe in what they want. And here are these cops just doing their job. As far as I know, none of them were shooting teenagers or specifically targeting black people for arrests, on racial charges or anything like that. As far as I know, they were just simply doing their job, which is to protect and serve. And yet, they've been targeted. And even though I can't truly say that they were targeted because of the Mike Brown protests, it might be, it might not be. One thing I can say for certain is that people's reaction is absolutely distasteful and disgusting. You've got people here being happy that he got shot. Let's see here. So, here's one person. So the pig lived and the boy is dead. Hashtag Ferguson. Uh, you know, or let's see. Here's one. Hope and pray the killer pig dies. Killer pigs, with lots of exclamation marks in there. Or I'm not happy a cop got shot in Ferguson, but I'm not mad either. Or fucking pig got get shot. 300 men will search for me. My brother get popped, and don't no one hear the sound. Really bad grammar, but that aside, or let's see, some weird jumble of letters, which I assume is an acronym for something, which I'm not going to try sort out now. If a cop in Ferguson was shot, they probably deserved it. So here are people praising some, people being shot. I mean, if people can be outraged about Mike Brown getting shot, then why can't we all be outraged that cops got shot? Unless the cops were committing some sort of illegal act or perpetrating a crime on someone else, I can honestly say there's no reason for them to get shot. And everyone should be disgusted and distasteful towards it. It's not a matter of whether or not, cops are always good or always bad. It's a question or not of whether people should shoot other people, which I don't think they should without any good reason. I mean, I believe that you should be able to shoot someone if if they're attacking you, trying to beat you into oblivion, breaking into your house to rob you, trying to shoot at you. I believe you have a right to shoot someone. But I doubt that these cops were doing anything of the such. And so to praise them being, praise the fact that they got shot is distasteful and disgusting. And I think these people should be ashamed of themselves because they've decided that going ahead and praising violence is a good thing. And I bet these people were the same ones who said, I can't believe that effing pig shot Mike Brown. We need justice. No justice for Mike Brown. Well, what about justice for everyone? What about justice in general? If we really wanted justice, we wouldn't praise this stuff. Justice is blind. That is an original quote. Well, not from me, but from someone else. But that is a term that's used a lot, but I don't see a lot of people using it. Justice is blind. It doesn't see you as anyone. It simply looks at all of the facts, all of the evidence, everything before it, and it falls as it does. And the problem is justice may be blind, but people aren't. And these people obviously are not. And they're colored with very bad markings. And do we want this to be the kind of society we live in, where shooting people, whether or not they're cops, is worthless? They're people. Whether shooting people is an okay thing. I think most reasonable people would say, no, it's not. Then why is it okay to shoot cops? Why is it okay to shoot anyone for no true reason? So if you have some sort of thoughts on this, leave me a comment below. And if you like what I have to say, feel free to subscribe. And even if you don't like this video, go ahead and rate it and favorite it if you enjoy it. I, of course, am Oath Alliance, and this is OathCast NewsCast. You all have a great day.